But I think we'll probably come back to DayZ at some point. At some point we will. I can see that being the case. Right back into Bannerlord. You know it, Engine. Let's see how this goes. And by the way, we now learned we're going to turn off the voice chat. We're going to turn off that voice chat. We turned off the voice chat in game because people were saying too many slurs. Also, I did learn something recently regarding the persistent Bannerlord server. Apparently, they don't consider a particular word a slur because the devs of the actual game itself do not consider it a slur. The only slurs they care about are the N-word and the F-word. If you don't know what the F-word is, I'm not telling you. But apparently, if it's those two words, because I always thought that, you know, nowadays, the one word that I keep hearing on the server that I consider to be a slur, the R word. If you don't know what the R word is, yeah, but with an F. But the other word that they don't consider a slur is the R word, which, if it wasn't something that can get me banned from platforms, I probably wouldn't give a shit. I can't even use the words that sound like it because I'm worried I'm gonna get banned. But does that help? It starts with R-E. It starts with R-E. That's all I can really say. It starts with R-E. There we go, Zarbits. Well, I know Chief Keef knows the word. I know he knows the word for a fact. It is considered a slur. It is considered a slur nowadays. It's been considered a slur since 2020. Since 2020, it's been considered a slur. I mean, you can literally go Google the word right now and ask, is this word considered a slur? And they'll tell you everything you need to know, buddy. Good question. Let's find out. Just me. Just me this morning. And the thing is, if let's say someone in game, like let's say I stepped away and someone in VC were to run up to me, if they said that word over and over again, eventually TikTok will ban my profile. They'll ban me. I'll be banned for a month. But this isn't DayZ RP. Let me change this. There you go. Trust me, I've been on the receiving end of these bans. They very much take it seriously. It is considered hate speech. They consider it an ableist slur. Just like how I found out a word that is more commonly used in England is also considered a ableist slur. It rhymes with shrimp and starts with a G. And if you say it in chat, it's probably gonna restrict you or ban you. Just an FYI. No, I am not kidding. If you look up the word I'm talking about, If you look up the word I'm talking about, it apparently is considered a slur. I mean, here's the thing. Like, for me, that shit bounces off me like arrows to armor. I mean, at the end of the day, these platforms have their rules and regulations, and I gotta respect it. Even if I disagree with what they consider to be what, like, is this considered a slur? Is that considered a slur? At the end of the day, I have no control over it. This is their dojo. This is their dojo. And the thing is, the only reason I learned that it was a slur, the one that rhymes with shrimp, is because someone kept typing it and calling me that in global chat of PB. And I said, what's blank? Why does he keep calling me blank? And then 15 seconds later, I'm slapped with a warning for hate speech, saying that if I did it again, I was going to face so much harsher repercussion. So yeah, pretty wild if you ask me. A lot of bandits online today. But yeah, no, that was it. I'm sure some of you guys have been here for those situations. It is, in fact, pretty wild, I will say. Well, I'll be honest with you. I feel like right now, for Team America, we are kind of in an uphill battle. And I don't know what exactly went down, but one of the things that put like a target on our back is the fact that I guess some people decided to take part in an offline raid against one of the larger groups. This in turn ended up putting... What the fuck? Okay. But basically, it wasn't really a good start for us, to say the least. And I guess because we call ourselves Team America, we're essentially going to get gassed off the server, allegedly. How is TikTok so strict when half the posts... So... Well, the thing is, we apparently are allied with Blood Diamond, but that ended up shitting the bed. I tried talking to Lorraine about an alliance, and I guess that the comparison I made in regards to how we shouldn't generalize a group because of a single individual or a select few individuals, I don't think they really liked that all that much. They didn't really seem too thrilled about it. At least the leader was, because when I made that comparison, he was kind of like, okay, let's cut the chit-chat. And I just want to make it perfectly clear, I don't have an issue with Lorraine as a whole. I think the only time I really had an issue with them was when I was like playing in their group and a lot of them were like dropping the N-word, like hard R shit. And basically just, it almost was like they were trying to get my stream banned because they would do like the announcement thing in game and it would just have full-blown N-word just listed right up there at the top. So that was a pretty wild situation that I was dealing with. And that's why I left. That's why I left the group, because, like, respectfully, like, I'm here to stream PB, I'm here to have a good time, having to worry about people saying the N-word. And I've already had one of their guys, like, literally drop a slur on stream, like 2 days ago. And basically almost tried to get me banned. And I was just kind of like, well, what the fuck, bro? So that wasn't fun. But it is what it is, I guess. I would like to keep things copacetic, but it seems like there's a different mentality on EU than there is on NA when it comes to having, like, a reasonable conversation. Hey, Noah, how you doing? Or like, for instance, I guess like on Sunday, they wanted to gas us for an entire day, like basically for 6 hours straight. And what they did was, when bandits broke down our gates, they would run into the castle and kind of just sit there. They wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't say anything. And as we're repairing the gates, we're letting them know, like, hey, just a heads up, the gate's about to be repaired. If you're trying to get out of the castle, you're good to leave now. And they would just sit there. And so eventually, you know, we had to close the castle gates because bandits are going to run in. We close the castle gates, and then immediately once those gates are closed, they start beating down the gate to break it. That kind of shit. So it just makes it hard to want to like give a group the benefit of the doubt when they're doing some really snaky bullshit. You know what I mean? And apparently they took a meme State of the Union address seriously. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but those of you who are in Team America, our former President Droid, he made a State of the Union address, and it was meant to be a meme. Like, it's a joke. Like, are people really going to take seriously a whole speech regarding PB where it's like, we're going to destroy the EU player base, blah blah blah? Like really? Like that's what we're doing now? Like that's the situation. He had personal shit come up. And he wasn't going to be able to be as active as before. So he ended up just he left, and now Bimbo is president. Bimbo is president now. So that's it. Basically, we now have some hardcore groups trying to take us out because of a meme speech. A meme speech. Literally, a speech that was meant to be a meme was taken very seriously. Apparently, simply mentioning the name of a group is like, you know what, we're going to destroy them. They mentioned our name. We're gonna absolutely remove them from the server. We're gonna make their lives hell. Like, it's just like what the fuck? Like, is PB that much of your drug that you can't just chill? You can't just play the video game for what it is and not jump to conclusions? And the crazy part is because someone screenshotted it and sent it to Lorraine. So it's just like this whole, like, shenanigans. And here's the thing, I'm sure Lorraine as a whole is a decent group. I'm sure, like, not all of them are assholes, but it just kind of sucks when you try to have a conversation, you make a pretty solid equivalency of how not to, like, generalize a group, and then it becomes this whole... just becomes this whole thing. It's just stupid. It's just stupid, man. It's just wild to me. Who's trying to raid you? Not one at the moment. I'm just chilling. Because I'm not going to be able to do any farming or anything like that for a hot minute, so I'm literally just chilling. And I want to make it perfectly clear. I'm sure, like I said before, I'm sure there are members of Lorraine that just want to play video games and have a good time. It just sucks when, and here's the thing, like, I always feel like I'm held to a certain standard. Where's our new castle? It's, Urgelon. Like, again, I want to make perfectly clear, I don't think the group as a whole is a problem. I think it's just one of those things where it's bad apples and people representing the group in not a positive light. Much like how, like, you know, for HP, we had some people who didn't represent the group in a positive light. They were just being... you know, one guy was being incredibly racist. One guy was a fucking creep. One guy was an absolute fucking creep, and we banned him so hard. I've never seen us ban a guy so quickly in a group. Like, we kicked them the fuck out. PB in general sucks, can't compete with good old PE. Man, I feel like I missed out on an era of, like, Bannerlord. Was it Bannerlord or was it Warband PE? Remind me. Okay. Seems like I missed out on some fun. Persistent Empire? Yeah. But no, again, I want to make perfectly clear that, again, I'm sure Lorraine as a whole is a solid group. I just think that it sucks that a couple guys are representing it in not a positive light. It's that simple. Same for how apparently some guys in Team America did some dumb shit, apparently. Like, I believe I like to hold the standard that not everyone, like Chief Keef, for instance, like I'm not saying me and Chief Keef had beef personally, but I know there was like a little bit of tension between like some groups and HP, but I don't look at everyone from those groups as a bad dude. I mean, I'm willing to separate the name from the person. I'm always able to do that. I'm willing to do that, especially when people are willing to have a conversation with me, you know? Like, if people are willing to have a conversation, then you've already gained my respect. If you are willing to have a conversation, you have gained my respect. But if you keep, like, fucking with me and kind of taking advantage of that kindness, I ain't gonna entertain it at a certain point. I'm just not gonna entertain that shit because, like, there was a guy who was religiously obsessed with me. He was part of a group called Dane Law, and they literally wanted to make it a point to raid and attack us every single day. And when I even unblocked the kid, hey McDougal, thank you for holding down for America for us. I will play sometime today. Sounds good, man. Hey, I'm doing my part. And what happened was the creepy guy who I kicked out because he was being a fucking creep, he decides to try to join that group. And because I had learned that group has, you know, minors in it, I was like, okay, no, even though I dislike this guy, I think it's important that he knows that this dude who's trying to join his group is a fucking creep. So I reach out to him, we have a conversation, and honestly, we almost like ended up being in a merger, no less. And what happens is they do a complete 180 because they realized that they weren't going to be in control of the group. It seemed like a lot more people wanted me to be in control. So it falls apart, all this shit happens, and then on Christmas Day, this is what broke the camel's back for me, because Christmas for me is one of my favorite holidays. It is truly one of my absolute favorite holidays. I mean, it's a favorite holiday for everybody. Like, everybody loves Christmas, right? This son of a gun decides to call me, message me, on Discord, mind you, at 7:45 in the morning, Christmas morning, about shit that I could really give two fucks about. Because someone said the phrase, and I'm paraphrasing here because I'm not going to say the word.
Out here with all this ass. Double cheeked up on a Thursday afternoon, hella ass, the sun is still out.
Thank you for the re-subscription. You subscribed to me for 8 months now. I think that's the longest we've ever had someone committed to subscribing. So thank you for that, good sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But yeah, this guy decides to call me and text me in Christmas morning and basically just bitch about someone saying the phrase, "Fella, please," claiming, oh, he's racist. And I'm like, first of all, I have no idea what his ethnicity is. If this is a black man, I can't just tell a black man not to say that word because optically it doesn't make any fucking sense. Doesn't make much sense for a white guy. If you couldn't tell, I'm very Caucasian. But to tell a black man, hey, you can't say that word. Are we for real? And so, I just blocked him again because he just could not stop. And I said, dude, just put in a ticket. If this bothers you so much, put in a ticket and let them know. And so he eventually did. And that ticket went nowhere. Even the staff team was like, bro, it is Christmas Day. Why are you putting in a ticket when the server isn't even up? And he just looked like a jackass. And then, yeah, from then on, I just kept on saying, like, oh, HP is racist, HP is this, blah, blah, blah. It didn't help that the guy then proceeded to call the dude a bundle of sticks, and I'm just like, bro, why would you do that when I just told you to, like, block the guy? Why would you call him a bundle of sticks? And, yeah, no, it was just a whole thing. I demoted the guy because he's representing our group in a shit manner, and then he went on to go on a racist tirade, found out he was white, and found out that he was a alt-right guy, very heavily alt-right. Like, he believed in the Great Replacement Theory. He believed in all these crazy things that I'm just like, bro, I cannot associate with you any further if you're gonna go down this, like, self-destructive path, you know? Like, it was just an absolute shit show. Absolute shit show. And Zarvitz, thank you for the heart me. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand that all groups will have a couple members that act out a certain way and do dumb shit. But usually, unless you give me a reason to, I'm never in a million years gonna, like, do a generalization of a bunch of people. I'm not. I'm just not gonna do that because it's just not, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not fair to those guys. And by the way, thank you for the follows. So I just try to keep a more positive mindset on shit. You feel me? Unless someone gives me a reason not to. That's just the way it is. That is just the way it is. So, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom. I drank way too much water this morning. I'll be right back. Enjoy this flyby and this spitting thing. Alrighty. I'm back. Oh. Did the server crash? Damn, did the server just crash? Huh. How about that? User is permaban, user is permaban, user is permaban. Jesus Christ, did someone just... What the fuck? Holy moly. Ugh. Damn, dude, I'm just unlucky on today's streams. Holy moly. I'm just... Yeah, that is a bit of a doozy. Bit of a doozy. Hell yeah, dude. Well, if the server comes back up, because right now it looks like it just crashed. Either that or I got banned. One of the two. Thank you for the heart me, by the way. Seems like the server crashed. Go figure. This is insane. We are very unlucky, to say the least. It was the 12th sheep someone made crash the server. Listen, I've done 15. I haven't crashed the server. Damn. Huh. Well, guys, I think, honestly, you might just call the stream there, because it seems like nothing's working, it seems. We tried DayZ, no dice. We tried Bannerlord for a little while. Kind of worked. Well, let's at least... Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Hold on, hold on. Let's do this. Subscribe to all. We're gonna do the Warhammer mod. We're gonna give this a shot. Ugh. I don't know if you guys have heard of this one, but it's basically Warhammer. I haven't played this one before, but I've heard about it. People have mentioned it. Yeah, it's Warhammer. Age of Sigmar, I'm pretty sure. Should be interesting. Yeah, we'll hang out for a little bit longer, and then I gotta get going to work. Oh, does it? Fuck. I was hoping this was gonna be different than Realm of Thrones, but I guess, you know, you take what you could get. Also, does anyone want to take bets if what I said about certain groups earlier is going to come back to bite me in the ass? And apparently me just having a general outlook on shit. Oh, pausing. Be right back. Oh, okay, I'm back. Yeah, I think PB's down for a little bit. Also, looks like some drama's going on in the general chat. Apparently someone got permabanned. Let's see. Damn. Damn, that's wild. That is wild. Oh, it's still up? Okay, I'll fix that. Bam, there we go. No, it was someone from England. But it was someone named Adrian's dog or something like that. They're banned from the Discord now because it seems like they said some really out of pocket shit in the Discord to the point that where everyone's like, yeah. Jesus Christ. It looks like whatever he said had to do with being, well, I can't even say, like, fuck, I don't even know what I can say on TikTok without getting in trouble. All right, let's see if we can do the single player Bannerlord thing and just see. But yeah, dude, it was wild. Jesus Christ. That was wild. Persistent Bannerlord. Let's see if this works. If this actually works, I'm gonna be excited. Why did you close live yesterday? What did they say? I can't repeat the word, but they said a word that is basically the equivalent of the R word for when you're... Okay, I need to read that over. Fuck. Oh, okay. Okay, so you do need harmony. You do need harmony for it. Okay. Okay, yeah, that we can do. I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. me make sure I'm doing this right. So we need cool. Wait, does it not work for war sales? Thank you for the follow. Okay, let's give this a shot. Oh, that's right. I know what the problem is. Hold on. I hit continue when it should be play because it's a new playthrough. So did it just crash again? Suffering from success? Always. Always, always, always. Let's see. Let me try without war sales. Let's try that. Let's try that and see if that works. Hey, thank you for the gifts, guys. I appreciate it. All right, let's see if that does it. If that doesn't do it, then it is what it is. We'll probably call it. We might have a winner. We might have a winner, chat. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a while to load, I think. From what they said, it does take a while. But I will say this is a good start. Interesting. Just the way you are. Do 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 do. Nothing yet. I did DM the guy, but I just haven't heard back from him, unfortunately. But it's no stress. I guess we'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But let's see. I'm gonna give it another couple minutes. And if it doesn't work, yeah, I'm gonna leave. What is that? What is this? This is a mod called Old Realms. Old Realms. It's a Warhammer 40k mod. But apparently this loading thing takes a while. It does take a minute. Oh, goodness gracious. Yep, this is Bannerlord mod. I'm just seeing if it works. But yeah, apparently there was some drama earlier on a PB. That was pretty. That is pretty interesting. Some drama happened on PB this morning. Yeah, apparently, someone from the group called the Kingdom of England, said some really out of pocket shit, and one of the things he said, I guess, pertained to some Jeffrey activity. If you catch my drift. Thank you for the GGs. I appreciate you. Thank you. Right now, we're trying to get this Game of Thrones, not Game of Thrones, this Warhammer mod working. Yeah, he said some out-of-pocket shit, and it got him banned. And he put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tickets to appeal. Yes, basically. Dude, this is taking a very long time. I know they said it would take a minute, but this is ridiculous. Apparently he went island hopping. Sorry, I keep looking at my phone. I'm just checking some information. Let's see. What am I looking at?